Hello everyone, this is Katarina and I'll bring you the full moon report in Cancer together with the retrogrades of Venus, Mercury and Uranus and the light code, so you can flow with those energies for your highest and greatest good. And today is the full moon in Cancer and it is her sign to shine. The moon absolutely loves being in Cancer, in that soft, gentle, divine feminine energy. That's really the home of the moon, if you like. And I've been to the beach and I've been bathing in those energies really, really strongly, gathering the solar codes and the moon codes to bring that forth for you in the light language, as well as for the activation on Friday. And this gentle, soft, divine feminine energy is really helping us to heal. It is bringing up a time for forgiveness, time for letting go. Everything that you still feel like you've carried over from 2021, do a little ritual tonight. Write down whatever you feel drawn to letting go and then burn that in a candle. I'm just looking here because I've got a candle right here. And the forgiveness is also moons of the mother. The full moon in Cancer relates also to mother energy, to nurturing, calming, gentle energies. And if you feel like there's something of your divine feminine lineage, your ancestors, where you feel like, wow, I was never allowed to outshine anybody, or I was always held small, I was always criticized, things like that. And we are so strongly invited to change right now. We have extreme solar activity, high solar winds as well, and that is activating our divine masculine. So at the moment we're really invited to bring balance between those two, and that also brings up say whatever is out of alignment within us. May that be in our masculine ancestral lineage or our feminine. So it's a really good time today where the energy is so soft and loving, and I'm so grateful we have sunshine today as well. I always feel like that makes things so much easier to transmute it. And that theme of divine masculine and divine feminine being activated is also mirrored in the Venus retrograde, which is considered to be a more feminine planet, and the Mercury retrograde, which is more a masculine planet. And Mercury is our mind, is communication, is thinking, analyzing, logical things, where as Venus is more our emotion, relationships, beauty, money, investment, especially while she's in the sign of Capricorn. So with both of them together being in retrograde, you could say we are really invited to go deep in healing and releasing old patterns, rethinking how we relate to one another. And it can also positively impact your relationships, where you feel like, I am willing to forgive, I'm willing to readdress it, have a different perspective in even how it looks, say, from a masculine perspective. Why did you act the way you do? Or why did a man behave a certain way in the patriarchy versus a woman in the patriarchy? And now the fifth dimension and beyond, where we're moving into, there is no matriarchy or patriarchy. We're really invited to come into that inner balance as a collective. So it's and they're showing me, just show that it's like us coming together. And, you know, I'm even guided to wear 3 hearts today. So it's all about love and Trinity. And those of you who are strongly aligned with the twin flame energy, boy, it's a really highly charged time for twin flames or any sacred relationships, where you have that deep soul bond, where you are on a similar wavelengths. And it's also a time where your ancestor patterns are, say, under your review, and so is it with your partner. And it's not about which gender you are. It's more the template of intuitive, going with the flow, aligned with cosmical forces, versus logical mind, strategic thinking, planning, action. And overall, we are also invited in learning a new way how to navigate our life, because there's constant change. Tomorrow on the 18th, Uranus is going out of retrograde and stations direct, and that means it brings even further change. So we have 2 planets then still in retrograde, and Uranus is charging forward. And with that, there's yeah, you can look at it in 2 ways. For those of us who felt, wow, I might have felt a bit stuck or things weren't really moving, that can be a tremendous movement forward. For others who like stability and everything always in order, for them it may feel more disruptive. And we are now, with us really growing up on a spiritual level, on a mental, emotional level, we are coming as humanity into a new level of maturity. And my guide said, Katerina, really stretch the point of evolution. So we are in a time of transformation, but actually we are going through an evolution as humankind. You know, where do we want to go in the future? And that time of war, light versus dark, one versus the other, these are all old programs of separation, whereas now we are moving into what unites us, what brings us together. What do we have in common, or where and how do we complement each other? You know, the divine masculine is so strongly guarding, protecting, aligned inner core strengths, where this divine feminine is so good in going with the flow. And when those two within ourselves, as well as in our relationships, find a new way of relating to one another, where we really appreciate the gift that we bring to each other, as people, that's really where we outgrow that dynamic of intense polarity. And in higher dimensions, the polarity, if any, is really between light and love. And light and love are naturally aligning. Light being the information, the insight, the clarity, the know-how, it's knowledge and wisdom, whereas love, we know it's unconditional, it's opening our hearts. It's all accepting, encompassing, and those aligned with the Christ consciousness may really feel that very strongly, that new dynamic also between Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. And it's really interesting because for me, Mary Magdalene is very grounded. So for me, energetically, she's fire and earth, very grounded, but very passionate, and helping us to anchor as women our divine feminine power from a heart-based consciousness, whereas Yeshua, for me, has this enormous capacity to unconditional love, to embrace everything and everyone and not judge in the slightest, and really giving that space for our personal evolution. And when we think about it, evolution means all things are falling away because we are creating a new way. And I'm always excited about change because I'm somebody I get easily bored. I need stimulation, I need change. So if you feel like you are somebody who craves stability, if you find a new way of thinking, it's like, wow, I'm on the edge of human evolution here, and I can find new ways to relate to things. Or if you feel like I am the eye of the storm, I hold the stability where everything and everyone around me is in this whirl of change. So however you find a way, just as long as you come into peaceful alignment within yourself. And we are also invited at the moment to really bring our soul into alignment with who we really are, our soul family, our soul group, our monad, and expressing a much deeper level of ourselves, our higher selves, coming into our conscious awareness and really entering our heart and expressing itself fully. And that's also what we're going to work with on Friday during the January activation. We will receive a super duper deep cleanse. My guide said we will swipe out 2021 and really helping everyone to align with these much higher frequencies of 2022. They're higher, clearer, and a much quicker pace. So it helps us to kind of get in sync and get into that new ascension timeline and learning how to maneuver our lives from that ascension highway I spoke about in one of the last videos. We are also going to receive super beautiful codes of the Divine Feminine and Masculine. As I said, I've been to sacred sites, I've been to the beach, aligning with the moon. I've been moon bathing and stargazing last night, and I received downloads. There's a really strong energy of the violet flame for any one of you who works with that. It is a time where we help the collective to transmute old patterns, past pain. And we are also going to receive tips and tools for manifestation and learning how to manifest from an inner soul alignment, seeing what am I here for, what is for my highest and greatest good, or am I in a resting period, and learning how to deeply tap into my inner well and explore that further. And we are also learning in how to connect with our guides and masters in a new way, because the energy has shifted so dramatically, and they've also helped me to be fully recalibrated, because I was a bit in fog in the last 2 weeks, and it's like, wow, how do I align with this new energy? And there was a lot going on in the collective, in the different camps, those who want evolution, those who feel like we do not need evolution. So there has been going on a lot behind the scenes, and some of you may have felt that intense tension of setting those timelines. They have now been settled into the much higher frequency, and it feels like things are moving forward even while we are in retrograde. So let's see what our guides have in store for us with the light language today on this beautiful full moon in Cancer. And you may wish to close your eyes, connect with your heart, and if you feel like guided, then connect with all these beautiful souls around the earth, with those beautiful high vibrational energies. You can connect through your soul stars, through your heart, grounded and protected. Miuiana masahia shakana masa miuashkiki sasana namaha nisisi kiki ina namaha siwa kiki shishi nana masa kiashi ina namasa kiashi ina namasa siwa kiki ina namasa Miuianama, miuinamasa, iashakanamasa, iashakanamasa, miuisisi kiki nanamaha, siwakaka shishi ki inanamasa, si nana masa ikikinaha ikikina masa. Iwa kikisi si nana masa ishkanasa ishkanasa sikiki na masa sisi kiki na masa iwa kiki na masa iwa kiki sisi na maha miuiana masa miuiana masa miwana miwana miuayanama miuayanama hiwi shishi kiki sasana namaha niwa sasa kiki namaha si kiki na maha. Yui kiki si na masa, si wi kiki na maha, si wi kiki na maha, si wi kiki na masa, iwashka kana masa, aka aka aka, aka aka aka. Blessed be, so mote be, and so it is. Wow, I'm trying to remember all of it. So we started with a beautiful feminine attunement from the Moon and Lady Venus, and both of them said they're going to be super strong on Friday, really helping you to tap into your divine feminine. If you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It is really our internal balance. And it's this healing of ancient core wounds. And that was part of the light codes. Then at the end, there were dolphins really strongly. Mermaids came in the middle. And they were saying they help us to really tap into the depths of our ocean and retrieve our divine pearls. And that will be a theme that we're going to work with on Friday as well. And then the solar codes came in really strongly. And with that, they were saying we are aligned with the 7 spiritual suns, and we are receiving now codes from far, far deeper into the, or within the cosmos that's reaching us at the moment. So, and the guides that came in the galactics are saying the accelerated speed and the depths of cosmical codes we are receiving together with that male-female recalibration, it's a lot to take in, and they're helping us to get cosmically recalibrated. They're just saying, it's like, well, how did you write this? I really need to concentrate there. So we are being cosmically recalibrated for a much higher higher living, a higher way of expressing ourselves, more deeply aligned with who we are, what we can do for each other, and what we can bring to the world. And it is really that birthing process of the new earth, of a time of balance, harmony, appreciation. And the more we anchor that within ourselves right now, right here, whatever is showing up out there, the more it'll really ripple out, because it's overriding the healing crisis of the collective. It will help everyone to do this. And I just had on my watch, I started at 11:55, which is new beginnings and big changes, and now it was 12:12. And that is really an ascension gateway again. So we are stepping through many, many gateways. This whole year will be super fast and accelerated. So I wish you a wonderful full moon in Cancer today, and I look forward to seeing all of you who feel called on Friday. And you'll also get that additional January bonus. And for all of you who can't join live, you will receive the audio and video replays. All right, blessed be and namaste to all you beautiful souls. Blessings.